Welcome back, guys, to La Conexión Podcast. Anyways, today Carlos has an amazing topic. Go, Carlos.
Me? My topic first? Okay, I was actually thought about this like 10 minutes ago. So my question is, I think it's like pretty funny because, anyway, I'm just gonna ask. I guess it's like a two-part question.
Okay.
First, it's gonna be, do you think it's rude si no like saludas everybody by hand when you go to a family party, right? And second part to that question is, how do you saludar? Like, do you pull up to the party and you're just like, buenos tardes, ¿cómo está? Mucho gusto, like, ¿cómo está? Oh, no le he visto. Or are you just kind of like to the immediate people that you like really know, and then you're just kind of like, oh, buenas tardes, ¿cómo está? To everybody that's there sitting down waiting for you.
Okay, so I feel like me personally, it depends. I mean, I don't really go to like very large family gatherings.
But when you have,
I don't even remember the last time I did that, but I don't think I go to every single person.
like, okay, now another thing too, like when you're
like how big is this party?
Like 50 people.
Okay, if there's 50 people, I'll probably go to every single person.
No way.
Yeah.
Like everybody's table and like, so like, oh, ¿cómo está? Cat. Last time we went to a family party, Sandy was like, oh, hello, and I was just like, kind of like, yo.
Where?
I forgot. It was like a family party though.
Okay, I don't even remember being in a party with 50 people recently. But usually what I do is I just say like, oh, buenas tardes overall to everyone.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I'm like walking to the restroom, if I'm walking to go get food and I come across somebody like close up, then I'll saludar.
Like, oh, ¿cómo ha estado?
Yeah. Oh, este es mi esposo Carlos.
Oh man, I find that so awkward when like Sandy doesn't introduce me.
I feel the same way when you don't introduce me.
I just feel like you're kind of get blacked out.
I feel like a lot of the times, I don't know, I probably don't think about it. And I'm just like, oh, hey, how are you? Okay, bye. Like, it's a very fast
And I'm just kind of like, oh, like, throw her here. But do you think people like, do you find it rude if you just like say hello from far? Like, do you find it rude?
I don't think it's rude.
Do you think those people find it rude?
Like it depends who it is.
The ones that don't get like a ¿Cómo estás? Buenas tardes.
I think it just depends how close you are to, like, how close is that family member or that person. Because a lot of the times I feel like I'm not going to go saludar with a kiss and stuff to people that I don't know.
Right. I think it depends too, like how you grew up and how like your parents kind of like
forced you to kiss people and hug people.
Like, ve a saludar ahí porque like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of like, for me it's like I feel like I can try to say what's up to everybody. Go, buenas tardes, ¿cómo está? But then if there's like something blocking the way, or like I can't really get over there easily, I'll just be like, buenas tardes. Like I
feel like you try to, like, in my opinion, I feel like you personally try to avoid saying hi to people, and you like to do it from far only.
It depends, because like, for example, like, let's say we go to your parents' house, we, oh, ¿cómo está? Buenas tardes, and like little side hug and stuff. And then if it's like for people that are kind of far, like if there's like 4 people that are like on the opposite side of the table, and there's like really no way to go around, I'm carrying stuff, or I'm carrying like the baby, I'm just kind of like, buenas tardes, ¿cómo está? Like, from far.
I get what you mean.
But I think people in general do kind of, not offended, but kind of like, well, what's up to everybody else, but not to me. Like, he wouldn't hug everybody else.
Would you feel offended if somebody said hi to everyone except for, example, me and you?
No, but I feel like the older generation
I'm
does.
asking you.
I said no.
Oh, okay. So you're good. You're okay with the, oh, hey.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just kind of like, don't even bother. Like, you're good, bro. Like, hey, if you want to have a conversation with me, like, during the party, we can. Mm-hmm. You know, I'll meet you at the taquero or whatever. But I'm not going to get offended.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like a a lot of times on like for me, growing up, I wasn't forced to like saludar everybody. It was kind of like, oh, we're here, let me go sit down, and then it was kind of like people would be like,
come
hey.
to you or whatever.
Yeah, but then I would feel awkward because I'm like, damn, I didn't say what's up. Now they're coming up to me like.
Oh, I have another question about your whole question.
What?
Okay, do you guys think it's too, like, there's times where it's too late to say hi to somebody?
It gets to that point where you're just kind of like,
like, it's so awkward.
Yeah, I didn't say what's up, but should I go? It's like, dang, it's too late. Or like, do you ever feel like that when growing up, when you're in your room and then randomly you had visita and you're just like, oh man, like I'm starving, and then you're just kind of like, should I go out and say what's up, or should I just stay in my room? And you had no idea they were coming over.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then it's kind of like, dang. And then you can hear them say, ¿Dónde está Carlito? Or like, ¿Dónde está Sandra? ¿Dónde está Sandy? Oh, está en el cuarto. Yeah, está en el cuarto. And you're just kind of like, oh.
Like, now I'm not going to come out.
You won't come out? You wouldn't come out?
Well, that happened to us a few times when we used to live at your parents' house.
Oh, yeah. It was like, dang, bro, that was crazy. We wouldn't come out because it was just kind of like...
The worst part was, though, that sometimes we would be starving.
Yeah. I think it was like, now that I think about it, it's kind of dumb. But in the moment, you're just like, oh, like I didn't expect anybody to come and I'm just not in the mood to hang around and socialize. I think that's what it comes down to.
And I feel like for me, it was kind of like, oh, I have to, like, I don't want to go and sit there and do nothing because I have stuff to do. So I also don't want to be rude and just like, oh, hey, I'm leaving.
Yeah. But I think right there was also like an awkward thing where it was like, you didn't come out for like 20 minutes and now it's like, oh, it's kind of late. It's too late for me to come out and say what's up.
I feel like 20 minutes is still fine, but I think when it's been like an hour.
I always felt like people thought I was jerking off in my room.
I'm almost 100% sure nobody thought that.
Like, oh, ya está en su cuarto. And then I wouldn't come out. And I'd be like, ese te la está jalando. Like, you know, that's what I...
That is so funny. I feel like I would probably, if I was an adult and I knew that you were in your room, I would probably think like you're watching a movie or something.
Kind of movie? Porn?
No.
I just think like as an adult, if like a teenager's not coming out of his room,
I would never think that. Oh, he's playing video games.
Yeah, it's like one of the options.
Video
games, sleeping, or drinking off.
I would never have thought the third one.
That's what I would think sometimes, but I wasn't.
Maybe you were. That's why you would think that.
No, I was playing video games. But that's what I would think sometimes.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I just didn't want to come out because I didn't want to say hi. Like, that was my main thing. Like, I don't even want to say hi.
Yeah, for me, it was more just kind of like, man, I wasn't expecting this, and now what? Like, I gotta go outside and hang out with old people. Like, I'm good. I didn't want to do that. But overall, for me personally, if somebody says what's up to me from far, I'm cool.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna get offended. But I do think the older generation can be a little bit offended. Because, like, I feel like Mexicans, like...
I still think it depends who it is.
Like, older generation, like our parents, our grandparents type thing. Our tios and stuff.
I think it depends who it is. Cause, yeah.
Overall, but, like, we haven't seen them in a while. And then it's like, you know who they are.
I'm a little bit nervous right now because I'm thinking about, like, we have a future event
Sandy's
going
brother's
on.
Gonna get married.
With my brother is getting married, and there's going to be a lot of people are invited to this. And I'm a little bit nervous because some of these people that they're inviting, I haven't seen in ages.
So you're gonna saludar like, hey, ¿cómo están? No, tanto tiempo sin vernos. Or you're just gonna be like, hello.
It depends.
Cap, you're gonna say
But
what's up to everybody.
I feel like I'm gonna have to say hi to everyone only because I feel like it's like my immediate family who's getting married.
Yeah, you have to be
Like I'm not like I am a guest to the wedding, just a guest, but like I'm also like related to
you're the sister.
Yeah, I'm the sister, so it's kind of like I can't just show up and go to my table and then that's it.
Yeah, you can't.
Or maybe I might.
That's why I always say like it's always better to be like one of the first ones, so that people have to come say what's up to you. That's probably like the best scenario.
We will be there first.
I think that's the best scenario, right? Get there first.
That's true.
That way it's like whoever comes in, it's up to them to say what's up to you or not.
We'll meet you in cocktail hour.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, but
that was my topic for today. I thought it was pretty funny and interesting.
That is pretty funny.
I don't know if any other cultures you guys feel the same way, or just like I feel like there's certain cultures where it's like they'll literally like go through every single person.
Yeah, like if you don't do it.
For us too, I feel like growing up, it was like you have to go say what's up to everybody.
Well, you said not you, right?
Yeah, but like my mom's you know, my mom was like, well, she's born in Mexico, but she was raised here, so it was a little different.
So, do you think I'm gonna stay within the topic because I think it's pretty funny. How do you feel about now that you have a daughter and you might have more kids? When we go to these family things, are you gonna not force, but are you gonna encourage them to go say hi to everyone? Or like if they don't want to, it's like, nah, you don't need to go.
Like if they don't want to say hello.
Yeah, like if they're just kind of like, I don't want to go say hi to that person.
I think what it could be, it's kind of like if we're going to a party and we're gonna say hi, you have to be next to me. Well, it depends, like what age.
Every age, any age.
Like, well, it's like I'm carrying
like
them.
They're okay. You're obviously.
If it's like for example, right now.
Okay, they're 13.
13? No, it's kind of like you don't have to, but it's gonna be weird if you don't. Like you could wave, you could do a little wave or a little ho hi, but you don't have to like make physical contact at all. No.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking. I feel like
force them.
I would not force them to even like shake their hand if they don't want to, but I would want them to at least say hi.
I think the difference here is if somebody extends their hand for a handshake.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of like teaching them like, okay, you can give a handshake. There's like that's fine, but as far as like kissing a stranger or kissing like a family member, absolutely not. They don't have to do that. Also, like being forced. Absolutely not. They don't have to be forced, but I will teach them that it's like a form of respect to say to introduce yourself, right? It's also something that helps with like being like it's part of being social. So you kind of have to introduce yourself. You know, if you're attending something that involves being social, preparing them for that, right? Because you don't want your kid to just be like, ooh, like that's how I was. Oh my god, I'm so nervous about this party, and I have to see people and talk to people.
Yeah.
It's like a fear, like start building. Like
I feel like I still kind of have that fear now.
Yeah, but it's like an anxiety, right? So I think for me, it's like I would want my children to feel confident in themselves and just kind of show up and be like, oh hey, how are you? How you been?
Yeah.
Estoy muy bien, muchísimas gracias. Oh, pues bienvenidos or whatever. Like come in. Oh, gracias. Sí, vamos a sentar. Sí, me tomo un agua, whatever. So it's like it's being confident within themselves to carry themselves, even if we're there or not, or like just having that form of like respect where it's kind of like buenas tardes. You know what I'm saying? It's like a person passes by the street, they're walking and they're just kind of like buenas tardes. Like, buenas tardes. You're not just gonna be like you're like a grumpy neighbor. It's like it's people. So in this world you're gonna meet people and
everywhere.
If it's like I'm not gonna force them. Okay. Not at all. What about you?
Yeah, I basically said the same thing. Like I wouldn't force them to have any physical contact. Yeah. But I guess when they extend their arm, they kind of
just introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Have the confidence. to make your presence known, because that speaks volumes on like you as a person. And versus like, es que tiene vergüenza, he's shy.
I think that's the goal, to teach them to be confident and not, like, obviously not force them, so they're on their own gonna be like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, make people feel welcome too.
Feel welcome, feel good.
Because I've been on the opposite side, and it's very awkward and just like, oh, dang.
Just do that little awkward little giggle after nobody says what's up. I mean, yeah, and like you said, like, you won't feel welcomed wherever you're going if somebody's not saying hi. And if it's like the host or whatever, it's kind of weird. Then you feel kind of like, oh, I want to go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Also, I don't know if I would force my teenager to go with me somewhere if they really don't want to.
No, I feel like if they're old enough to stay home, they can stay home.
I don't want to deal with the grumpy teenager being at a party. Like, I'm here to have fun too. And it's
Like, I didn't like to go, and I was forced to go.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, it was like, you need to go. You don't have another option.
I think that all comes down to like building trust within your kids. Obviously, they can do things if they choose to do things, whether you're giving them permission or not, but it's kind of like building that relationship. It starts from when they're kids, like when they're tiny little kids, but still, you don't know what the future holds. Hoping that we have enough trust in our kids where we can leave them home alone and they can be responsible and not, do anything dumb.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I feel pretty good so far.
Adeline, when we go to the store, is just super social already.
She'll be like, hey.
And some people won't even say hi to her, and that breaks my heart because I'm just like, she's so cute, and she's just like, hi.
Yeah.
And then people are kind of like,
yeah, some people are just
angry
like,
for no reason.
Not angry, but okay, there's two sides to this, right?
Okay, yeah.
I feel like sometimes, especially when it's like men, and she says hi to men, I feel like men can also feel kind of like, oh, I don't want to say hi to the little girl because the mom's gonna look at me weird, maybe.
Yeah.
And it could be like a thing where it's like, oh, I'm not like
I'm not gonna say hi.
I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
Right. So because all the times I feel like I put myself in their position where little kids. But now it's different for me, right? I have a kid, and it's kind of like if a little kid's so excited to be like, oh, hey, I'm just gonna be like, oh, hi, or I'll just be like, hi, and then I'll move forward, right? I'll just say what's up, because I know how it feels, at least on my end, to be a parent. My kid's so excited to wave, and there's no response. It's kind of like, oh man, could have just waved. You don't have to smile. Just be like, oh, fake it. But
yeah.
I also feel like when I was a single guy and I would be at the store and little kids would say what's up to me, I would just avoid them. Be like, I don't know what to do. Not even just avoid them. It was just like, should I just wave or no? Or, it's just kind of a weird thing.
I never thought about that for guys. Mm-hmm. I never did.
Because it's kind of like, I'm not trying to mess with your kid, or like, I'm not trying to approach you as a mom. I feel like sometimes moms think like, oh my God, somebody's gonna steal my kid. Like, yeah,
that is so scary.
It's like, I'm not gonna steal your kid, like.
No. And I had never thought about it, but now that I'm thinking of the times that we have come across people like that, like me and Adeline alone at a store. For example, there was this guy at the entrance of Target. He said hi, and then we saw him again, like after a few minutes, and he like kept trying to talk to me.
Yeah.
And Adeline.
That's kind of weird.
I felt so I was so scared.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like, okay, so it happened like 4 times, and after like the 3rd time, I was kind of like, okay, I'm trying to avoid this guy because I just felt like I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting a really weird vibe and he keeps kind of like trying to come up to you and it's no longer a coincidence, it becomes weird.
Yeah.
As a guy too, it's kind of like one and done, wave once, oh hi, bye, that's it. If you see him again, just a little smirk or whatever, but don't engage, I feel. Just because nowadays, like, a lot of moms have like, not trauma, but it's like you see so many bad
anxiety.
Things. Yeah, there's a lot of like anxiety or fear put into moms when they're out alone and stuff. So I I feel like as a man, you have to be aware of that, and just try to keep it simple. Just a little wave. That's it. Move on.
Yeah.
But I can see how, as a man, you feel like, man, most women say hi to the babies. I feel.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but it does.
Especially
feel,
grandmas.
Yeah, grandmas, they love it. They'll come up to be like, oh, hey, like, just to try to start a conversation and stuff. But overall, I feel like it does. You can feel kind of sad as a parent, where somebody doesn't wave to your kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it all goes back to not being saludando, right? It's kind of like maybe deep down we do get a little bit of butthurt if somebody doesn't say what's up to us, huh?
Well, I don't care if they don't say hi to me. I just
say hi to my kid.
Like, you don't even need to say hi. At least like
just wave.
Like, I don't know, like smirk or something. Like I
what
feel
about
like
when
she just
other
gets
little
so
girls
sad.
or little kids don't say what's up to her?
Ugh, I want to punch him in the face. I'm just kidding.
I'm on the fence on that one. Like, obviously,
Yeah,
like
same.
I feel like our daughter's so super nice and like kind.
Social
And stuff, but she'll just be like, oh, like so excited, hi, because she doesn't see little kids, right?
She's not used to it.
Yeah, and there'll be like little girls that are like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years old, and they're just kind of like, she's literally waving at them, and they're just like they're too fucking cool to say what's up to the toddler. To me, it's kind of like, fuck you. Yeah. Nah, but it's kind of, it makes you feel like, okay, well, if my daughter doesn't want to say hi to somebody, she
doesn't need to. Yeah, I just try to explain to our daughter because I feel like that's our
that's
job.
what you can control.
So
your kid.
I just kind of explained to her like, oh, some people are gonna say hi back, and some of them are not, and that's okay.
Anyway, I feel some type of way if somebody doesn't say what's up to my daughter and she's so excited to say hi.
Yeah, it breaks my heart.
She gets denied. I get sad.
But we also need to learn that not everybody's
I mean that's a given. Not everybody's gonna like kids, or not every kid is gonna be super friendly. But I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's different. I respect that. It's just I'm gonna have an opinion on my end about the scenario or the situation, and that's fine too.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, if you ever see us in public and my daughter is waving at you really, really excited, at least wave. You don't have to come up to us. That's fine. You just hi and you walk away. That's it.
But you don't need to.
but you should. Next time you see a little kid waving at you at the store and they're super excited, they're smiling and giggling, just give them a little wave.
If you ever see Carlos in the street, come and say hi.
Les van a dar ojo.
If you ever see Carlos in the street, go to him and give him a hug.
Alright, that's it. We're done. What's going on here?
It doesn't work.
Hold it.
I am.
Anyway, that's enough for today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Pinche micrófono a la verga.